So
Hello.
welcome everyone.
Mm.
Welcome everyone to our IG live for about motivation and goal settings for today.
Yeah.
And we will talk about motivation and goal settings. And today we will be covering. So I'm Raging, and uh, this is my partner, Yijing. She will be joining us
Hi.
with our IG Live today.
Hi, I'm Yi Qing. I'm a clinical psychologist working at Process Psychology Center. So, Regine, how about you? Where are you from?
So
What are you studying?
I'm a psychology intern working in Process Psychology Center, and I'm now pursuing my study at Taylor's University.
Oh, okay. So, why do we talk about motivation and goal setting today?
So today we will be talking about the what is motivation and why is it important, and also how does goal settings increase our motivations, and lastly we also gonna talk about what are the other factors that may affect our motivations.
Mm.
So uh, we will start with talking about what is motivation and its importance. So
No, we heard a
uh,
lot of people talking about motivation and all. Some people maybe may say that I want to do this, but I don't really feel motivated. And some people maybe they create some goals for their life that maybe I want to reduce weight, but they say they want to reduce weight, but after that, what comes after that? Huh? That's why we want to know more after how you set a goal, after you set a goal, what comes after that, how motivation is playing a big part of how people reach their goals in our lives, isn't it? Hmm. Okay, so Beijing, what do you think? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, what happened?
okay, uh, sorry for the internet problem. I think. Continue what I said just now. I think motivation is like a very important aspect in our life, and it decides how uh, what is um, it decides what is uh, how it will uh, it decides whether you will have the energy to do your stuff and like pursue your dreams and that all that things.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Okay, so we talk about how motivation can relate to what we do in our life. So, what do you think is more like a more scientific way of explaining what motivation is, like the definition and all?
Uh, um, Based on what I understand, motivation is the thing that you have your uh, that you will strive to pursue it, then it can be say as your passion, and so like uh, so
Your passion,
uh,
your drive, yeah?
yeah, your drive, your desire to pursue a thing, and uh, you is the feeling where you can feel compelled to complete your goals. Yeah, and
Mm.
for motivation, there will be two common types of motivations, and the first will be the extrinsic motivation. So basically, what is extrinsic motivation? It refers to the external factors that drive you towards a goal. So it can be positive, like a paycheck, and also it can also be negative, like your fear of punishment. So, for example, you think like being a student, like just like me, achieving good grades will be a positive motivator for me, and avoiding to fail a grade will be the negative motivation for me to uh, because I would not like to fail a grade, and it will be a big punishment for me. So it will motivate me to study my
Mm.
and pursue and finish my assignments, all that things. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
When we
like
talk
some
about
example for.
when we talk about positive, negative, why do we use those kinds of terms? It's because when it's a positive motivation, it means that we are giving or adding a good thing that the person wants. That's why it's a positive. When if we are using negative, that means we are taking away or removing something that the person wants. So negative motivation means that you are being motivated because you don't want this if it's a failing grade, so it's a negative thing that you want to avoid it. Okay. Then what about there's two types of motivation, isn't there? What about the other one?
Uh, for another type of motivation, it will be intrinsic motivation. And so intrinsic motivation is the internal factor that encourage you, and it might be something you are passionate about or trying to accomplish for your own benefits. Uh, Both of these, they can help you in your goals, but both of them serve a specific role. For example, extrinsic motivators and intrinsic motivators, they will be great at achieving short and long-term goals. And so, for example, you can reward yourself each time to when you reach a goal and your work maybe, and it would like be a short-term. Uh, it would like be a motivator for your short-term goal, and for intrinsic motivators, uh, it will be more helpful for long-term commitments. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So both the extrinsic and intrinsic can be helpful for short term and long term, but intrinsic motivator is because you yourself you want to achieve it rather than being pulled by an outside factor. So when the motivation comes from yourself, that creates a more long-lasting motivation for you to achieve a long-term commitment. Then. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So next we can talk about why is motivation important for us. And the first factor, it will be motivation could help you increase your efficacy as you work towards your goals. Uh, for example, motivation will keeps you focused and on track. So by what I mean is, when you have your motivation, you will have the right mindset. You can prioritize uh, important actions and try to avoid distractions. So it will make your progress faster. It will make you progress faster towards your objectives, and you will know what is your objectives, and it would help with your efficiency on your work and towards your goals. So for the next factors, it will drive you to take action. This is because motivation, it will triggers you to start a new action and keep going on it. Because when you face any challenges, because motivation will help you understand that what you are really motivated on, and it will likely to prevent you from procrastinating and avoiding tasks. Next, it will help you. Motivation will help you more in control of your life, because when you are motivated, you will feel empowered to take charge of your own destiny, and you will become more proactive and make deliberate choices that shapes your life instead of feeling like a passenger. And lastly, motivator would improve your overall well-being and happiness. So because motivations brings a sense of fulfillment and achievement whenever you hit your target, your goals, and it will help you stay in line with your personal values, while improving your emotional well-being and boosting your overall sense of happiness.
So sometimes we hear that when a person feel down, they may also feel less motivated. So at times, this motivation and emotion can be affecting each other. Feel, if you have more motivation, you may feel happier. But also, if you feel happy, you may also have more motivation to do things in your life. And
Yeah.
it's the same with vice versa. That if you feel low mood, you feel tired, then you may feel like the motivation is lesser. But eventually, motivation is also an emotion which could fluctuate depending on what you encounter, depending on a lot of factors. So, motivation may fluctuate, but we can take actions in order to keep that action going. So here we can link to goal setting. So goal setting is a way for you to keep the motivation up. So because if there is a lack of extrinsic motivation, for example, and then if there is not sometimes the intrinsic motivation may also fluctuate depending on a lot of factors. So if this motivation fluctuates, then what can we do to help make it more so that we can still perform despite the fluctuating motivation, or what can we do to help sustain that kind of motivation? So one of the way is actually goal setting. Okay, so why another big part of today's life is about goal setting. And so right now I will talk a bit more on the goal setting and how it can affect the motivation in our life. So sometimes people may feel that they have a rough idea of what they want. Maybe like they want to buy a big house, they want to uh, earn a lot of money, they want to like um, raise in terms of like they want to get a promotion. Maybe they want to go travel to a certain place, but they have roughly the idea of what they want, but just don't know how to achieve that rough idea of what they want. Uh, at times, if we don't have a clear idea of what we want, we may feel like we are going through the life following the flow, like not really sure of what we want, and are we doing anything to achieve that. So this is where goal setting can comes into the picture, where it helps to create a more clear vision of what you want to achieve in life, and it can also help to provide concrete steps. So usually when we set a goal, we want to make it specific. We want to make it so that we achieve something within a time limit. And when we talk about being specific, it includes that how you want to achieve it and what kind of things you can do to achieve it. So at times, action plan also come along as you create the specifics for this goal. You may also come up with the idea of, oh, what I can do to achieve this goal, because it's specific. It has a lot more details. It can help you see clearer what are the obstacles, what do you need to achieve that goal. All these things, when it becomes clear, then it helps you to come up with a plan of how to make that a reality, how to make the goal a reality. And then with goals with that are specifics, you can also use that to measure how are you progressing toward this goal. Um, for example, a goal of wanting to lose weight, for example. If you set a goal of wanting to lose 5 kg, so that is something you can measure. You if your weight on the scale lose by 5 kg, that means you have achieved your goal. So after 1 month, if you lose 2 kg, that means that okay, I'm around 40% towards my goal. So that way you can measure how much is your progress. Are you going through it stable, or is it fluctuating? Am I dropping in terms of my performance to achieve my goal? So when you can measure the goal itself, then you know when to adjust. So why is goal setting use that as one of the part of our of it? Now I'm gonna talk about the details of why is it important, how is it helpful for us to things we want. So some of the advantages can be it helps you to come up, as I mentioned just now, the plan. So the plan may include something new you have to do something different from usual. And usually these things that are new and different are helpful for you to achieve that kind of the goal itself. And it can also help give you a direction, a focus, so that you know where you are going instead of feeling aimless, don't know where to go. So it gives you a clear path forward. And when you have a goal, you have a direction. It helps you gain that kind of motivation and momentum to keep going forward. So even if there's a challenge, you know that okay, I'm going in the right direction. This challenge is something I have to overcome. It gives you the momentum to that the obstacles and to find ways to get over the obstacles. Okay. So with the direction, it also comes with a sense of purpose. So you know that, okay, I have a purpose in my life because I have this goal that I want to achieve. So with sense of purpose, along with it, when you think that, okay, I'm doing this action comes with a purpose. So sometimes we may think, oh, what is the purpose in our life? It's through these little actions with purpose that build up those sense of purpose. And also there's this sense of mastery. If you manage to achieve that goal, then it gives you a sense of, okay, achievement, that I've done, I've achieved this goal that I really wanted to. I put in a lot of effort. So the sense of mastery is also helpful in terms of building someone's competency, how they feel about themselves, their self-esteem as well. Hmm. As we talked about the specifics just now, the specific also helps provide the structure, provide the way for you to track the progress of your of how far have you gone in terms of the pathway to this goal. So by having this structure, so having timelines, due dates, when by when you have to achieve what kind of progress, so it also reduces procrastination rather than if you don't have a goal, you just think about you want to reduce weight, but I don't know by when, how much I should lose, and it's like, oh, it's so unclear. It's hard to put in the effort. So procrastination may happen if um, the goal is not clear enough. The motivation is not consistent enough. So in order to reduce that kind of procrastination, so a clear goal is helpful for that. And also, if we have a long-term goal, a long-term vision in our life, maybe a long-term as in like wanting to one day want to save enough money to buy a big house, for example. This is a kind of long-term goal. So in order to achieve this long-term goal, we have to do some other smaller goals in order to help keep ourselves, like for example, physically fit, to keep working, to be able to commit ourselves to this goal, long-term goal. We have to keep our physical healthy as well. So that comes with some other habits or some other goals, like for example, take care of your diet, take care of your lifestyles, so you can maintain this healthy physical in order for you to reach these long-term goals. So with long-term goals, it comes with a lot of other commitments as well that also encourage this health-oriented behavior and help to reduce the unhealthy behavior. If you know that this unhealthy behavior is gonna affect you to in terms of achieving your goals, then having these goals helps you to reduce those unhealthy behavior instead and promote the healthcare behaviors instead. Okay. So anything you want to talk about your like how do you set your goals, Regine?
Usually, I was. It's good that you set your goals in that in a place that you can see, so you can like constantly review on your goals, and it will help you very much on like visualizing your goals, and also like help you stay motivated with the goals at a place where you can see. Then when you finish you have achieved the goals, then it would really help to uh, provide you the sense of fulfillment, and with also then increase your motivation lah. So this is what I think goal
Your way
setting.
is to
Yeah,
put your goal in somewhere you can see, so that
yeah,
every day maybe you pass by that place that you see often, then you get reminded of this goal, isn't it?
yeah.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. After you achieve your goal, you feel this sense of achievement. Do you celebrate in any kind of ways, like your external motivator?
Yeah.
Hmm. All right. For example, what kind of way do you celebrate?
Uh, for example, maybe whenever I achieve my goals, maybe I will reward myself with some playtime. Also, maybe I may reward myself with a meal that will give me like happiness, and
Mhm.
also like it will promote me to like act as a reward. Then it will like reinforce my behavior towards the goal lah.
Yeah, That's true. So the meals, the playtime, those are the external motivator in the form of reward for yourself, whereas the internal intrinsic motivator is like the sense of achievement, sense of fulfillment. So here
Yeah,
I would also like to talk a bit about the relationship between goal setting and motivation. So I want to introduce a theory about motivation cycle where our motivation largely comes from a need that we perceive is lacking. For example, we may feel like our need for sense of achievement, for example. So we want this sense of achievement. We feel like we are lacking in terms of this sense of achievement. That's why we have the drive to go and pursue these needs and want that we are aiming for. So goal setting, it helps to make this need clear. As I mentioned just now, it's like giving a structure, giving us details, specifics, and by having this structure, so it's clear lah. It's clear that this goal maybe is to achieve a promotion at work. I want to raise to a position of being a manager, for example. So this goal is to achieve this position of being a manager, so that you can feel the sense of fulfillment, sense of achievement. That you are putting what you need in a form of goal, with specifics, so that it helps to keep the drive up. When you have a need, it comes with drive, and when you have the drive, it the drive helps you to push you to do the action, take the actions, go and research, go and study how to become a manager, go and do what it takes to build the connection, to accumulate those results, performance. So that drive itself is also a form of motivation to help us to keep going for our goal. And after you maybe halfway through you achieve, oh, I got to the place of assistant manager. So this is also a form of reward. And it's that it's halfway, it's still not there yet, but this promotion from maybe an officer to a assistant manager, this is already a reward for you. So when you achieve that reward, it helps you feel okay, right? I got this, although I got a portion of this sense of achievement, but I still haven't reached my goal. But this happiness of, okay, I got this promotion, it helps to maintain the momentum of wanting to reach your ultimate goal instead. So and eventually after you meet this goal, it you achieve this sense of fulfillment, sense of achievement, then the drive itself will reduce, like the feeling of needing to perform, needing to put in a lot of effort, it reduces because you achieve what you want. But after you complete a cycle of goals, from goal setting, performing, obtaining the reward, the sense of achievement, until eventually you feel that, oh, I have achieved my goal. So this goal is this cycle of achieving goal and the motivation in it, it's completed. But that's also because in our life we have a lot of things we want, we have a lot of needs. We have the basic needs, we have the secondary needs. Basic needs is like the food, the shelter, the safety, and then secondary needs may be the sense of achievement, sense of self-fulfillment, realization. That's like the higher level of needs that we have according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So we have a lot of needs. It doesn't mean that our goal, our striving for achieving these needs and goals stops after we achieve one goal. It means that there's more to achieve. there's more to fight for, and it helps to keep that kind of motivation up for our life then. Mm. So Regine, what about you? What do you think?
I think like my goal also like somehow improve my motivations and like whenever I set a goal, like for example I would like to like get good grades on my exams, then it will motivate me to like try to study hard and also like finish my assignments as soon as possible lah. So I will say that like my goals was really helped me in motivating myself, and also setting a goals is very it helps a lot on increasing my motivation. Yeah. So
Oh, great.
yeah. So besides goal settings that have an effect on motivation, there are also some other factors that may also affect our motivations. The first factors, it would be our health and also our wellness. For example, how you are feeling in both physically and mentally can help or harm your motivation. For example, eating good food like fish with omega-3, nuts, berries, and also getting workouts, it, whether it's like just a yoga or run or some basketballs or badminton, it all will help with your motivation. This is because when you are feeling well rested and you fuel your body with healthy food and you do consistent workout, it will be easier to stay motivated as you won't be feeling tired. You will be feeling like you have the energy to continue your work. Then it also boosts your motivations no matter what you are doing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
If you fall sick, or if you constantly feel under the weather, then it motivation to able to do things, then of course that will affect how your performance is, how you see your own motivation to do things, isn't it? Mm.
yeah. So health and wellness is one of the factor that may affect our motivation, and I think it's also quite a important factors that will affect your motivation. Besides
Mm.
health and wellness, sleep is also one of the main factors that can affect our motivation. So I'm sure that most of people can notice that there's a difference between how you feel in a day depending on how much you have slept the day before. So, for example, you can have a different mood depending on whether you have had 8 hours of sleep versus staying up all night. For example, when you have 8 hours of good sleep, when you wake up, you will feel like more energized and also more motivated to do things, and also like you have the energy you needed to do all the things, and uh, it will help you very much on boosting your motivation. But on the other hand, if you do not have slept well in the night and you have been staying up all night, you will really felt exhausted, and you don't have the energy. You also don't have the mood to like do anything you want. Then how we can like pursue our goals in this type of conditions? So
Mm.
it's very important to get enough hour of sleep, and it will help you to stay motivated and focus on your tasks that you need to do on uh, and keep your motivation high. And
Sometimes if you are sleep deprived, it can even also affect how your ability to concentrate, your ability to think. So if you can't concentrate, have difficulty to think, then of course it's gonna affect your daily activities.
yeah,
Okay.
so um, other than that, it is also important. It is also an important factor that how you see your rewards as uh, factors that affect your motivations. This is because like when you see how you see your rewards, it it means that how what is the main motivating factor you that's suitable for you. So most people would assume that money is the best motivating factor, and also many companies often use money as an incentive to motivate their employees. And even parents may also use money as a reward for their children. For example, for to let them to do house chores, then they will give some money as incentives for them to buy their things. And this is a type of external rewards, which means that you is not from the reward is not from yourself. It's due to external factors. And some people may think that is a suitable motivating factor for them to like keep the boost their motivation uh, using the external reward. However, it is not always true for everyone. So like maybe you are not the people who sees money as a determining factor, but perhaps you are the one who like prefer the sense of fulfillment and the sense of achievement. Then you will be the type of people that see that think that intrinsic reward is more important for you. So as fulfillment will be like a kind of an intrinsic reward for you. And so when you know what is the kind of reward that is suitable for you, it can help you to maintain your motivation. For example, if you are a person that you think that like sense of fulfillment is more important, then you could do things that will uh, increase your sense of fulfillment, and like instead of uh, getting money as your reward, and then it will highly help you with boosting your motivation in doing your future jobs.
So
Uh,
usually things that are tangible, like for example, money, it's like a physical object. Usually these are the external factors, where external rewards. Whereas the intrinsic rewards usually is something that comes from your psychological factors, like sense of fulfillment, this emotion, this sense that you cannot see, you cannot touch, but it is something that is truly existing within us. So that this kind of intrinsic reward can is also a big motivator for some people. For example, if an employee who there's two types of employees. One is they prefer increase in salary, for example. So that is a extrinsic motivator. Then, if you give them a pay raise, then they will feel like, okay, this is my motivation to do more. If I do more, I get more salary. Then this is a kind of extrinsic motivator that is suitable for this kind of employee. Whereas type of workers, maybe they feel like my best motivator would be being able to uh, master more kinds of responsibility, for example. So the sense of mastery, being able to learn, being able to master these skills and knowledge. So for these kinds of employee, if you give them like being able to explore or do different kinds of job tasks, being able to be a all-rounded type of employee. So they get involved in a lot of different tasks. They get to do a lot of projects. Then these kinds of being able to learn and develop themselves is also an intrinsic motivator. So this reward will be suitable for the for the worker who thinks that okay, this is what motivates me the most.
Yeah, true. And besides that, the physical environment where you are currently at is also it will also affect your motivations at that time. So if you are in a workplace that is cluttered, uncomfortable, or maybe chaotic, then for example, like a workplace that maybe you are on your dining table with a lot of like um, toddler snacks. Also, maybe the environment is very chaotic and also like noisy, and it will really it will be really hard to for you to stay focused and being motivated, as the environment will highly affect your motivation, and it will uh, like like demotivate you to finish the task, as you are always constantly being distracted. A lot of distraction are around on you, and you will not have the you may not have the mood to like continue with the task, and it will be too overwhelming and distracting for you. So it will be important to have an appropriate work area which will keep you motivated. For example, a clean, clutter-free desk, or uh, that is uh, well ventilated, and like is tidy and wellly organized. Then it will really helps you with your feelings, and also that it will prepare your mind that you are ready to finish the task. So many people would like recommend you to like finish your task at the library, or like at a coffee shop. This is one of the reasons that why this uh, this type of working area is very good for you to like stay motivated and finish your task.
Coffee shop needs to be the coffee shop that's quiet, not the noisy one. So, uh, motivation is not something that speaks. So, on we know that motivation can sometimes be hard to sustain. So, what's more, if your physical environment is giving you distractions. So when you got distraction, like the flow of thoughts, you got distracted, then you need another round of um, trying to gather these thoughts together. So if you have to repeatedly do that because of these distractions in your environment, then of course it will like kind of take up the motivation and energy to do that. That's why sometimes uh, for people who have difficulty concentrating or difficulty with motivation, trying to reduce the distractions around, finding an environment that's suitable for them to work quietly so that their thoughts of flow are not disturbed, that can help in a certain extent with their motivation to keep focused on the task. But of course, they themselves have to have that kind of drive of wanting to do this. Um, So physical environment is helping factors in terms of staying motivated and staying focused in doing a task, right?
Okay.
Mm.
So moreover, there's one last factors that can affect your motivation. It will be what you read and also what is your surroundings. For example, what you read, your lesson to, what you listen to, and also who you hang out with will impact your motivations. This is for example like when you usually hang out with positive people and also listening to inspiring podcasts and also like reading through motivational books, it will help to push you forwards and uh, in, significantly increase your motivation. However, if you
Have
are
another
surrounded,
positive people, as in like people who say encouraging words, is it?
yeah, yeah, this is what I mean.
Ah, like
Like people
ah,
that will usually encourage you when you like face problems and also like uh, uh, encouraging you and also like give you supports. This type of people, when you are going out with this type of people, that you usually will boost your motivations when you are doing your jobs. And
hmm,
but on the other hand, if you are surrounding with people that are like full of negativity, like they always say like you can't do this one, you cannot finish one. Maybe then it will highly demotivate you to finish your task and to complete your task. So like it will really hurt your motivation and your passion towards the team. Maybe because they are constantly giving you the mindset of like you can't do this, you can't do that, then you can't finish your job, you there's no way you can do this type of things, then it will not happen with this uh world surrounding you. Like
hmm,
because if you don't even think you can do it, then there's no way you can do it. Uh,
even hearing
why?
the examples from you just now, like you can't do it, you cannot run. So even just hearing that makes me feel a bit but it's like not happy already lah. How then if you're not happy, how are you gonna be motivated to do something, right?
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
and uh, this is all because like uh, because of this can be explained by the social learning theory. So what is social learning theory? It is about like we learn things from observing the others. So when we are surrounding with people who are positive and motivating, then we will naturally learn from their positivity and also learn from their behaviors of staying motivated and also uh, stay positive and their positivity with this type of positive role models. It can inspire you and also like highly increase your motivation lah.
Hmm.
And
So
uh,
like
so
having like, as for example, children who grow up with parents who are highly motivated or have a trait of being persistent. So eventually the child can also learn that even if you encountered obstacles or challenges, that you can still persist because they see from their parents that, oh, their parents persist, and then maybe their parents achieve something out of that persistence. So the children will eventually learn from watching their parents being able to persist, being able to uh, still be motivated even after encountering challenges,
yeah,
that this behavior can lead them to achieve something. So no matter whether they achieve whatever they achieve, as long as there is some gain, then for them it is something to learn, that this behavior has a benefit. That's why they're gonna learn, they're gonna mimic. The children is gonna have this learn this behavior in order to help gain something in their life. And then there's also another theory, which is called cognitive model, that can relate to these kinds of why we why we expose ourselves to this kind of positive words, positive belief, that people with positive thoughts, people with positive words. So this cognitive model says that we feel a certain way based on what we think, and based and it can also be because of other people's word, that we think a certain way. That's why it affects how we feel. So when you heard something nice from people surrounding you, it is highly possible that you will think that the same way as well, which is the positive one. So if people say, people around you or the books you read says that you are able to do it, you, even if there's obstacle, if you persist, you'll get something out of it. If you eventually adopt these kinds of belief in yourself, then this feel motivated. Um, okay, I'm confident that I can do this because I have this belief that if I persist, if I continue to keep my motivation up to do this, keep doing this, eventually I'll get something out of it. So these thought patterns can help your feelings to be, can help to create these kinds of feelings that's helpful for you achieving and taking the actions that are helpful for achieving the goals. Right.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think like because you are constantly exposed to the positive type of thinking, then it will shape your like thought patterns, and you will be like optimistic. Usually, you will be like positive to you will like when you like encounter a thing like your positive thought pattern will help you like to interpret the the like the encounter as a positive things, and also it will like shape your feelings that on that, and um, it will like also alters your behaviors toward the encounters. So for example, when maybe you saw a friend, then you saw a friend, but he or she did not did not wave to you. You wave to him, but he or she did not wave to you. Then when you encounter this type of events, then maybe if you have a positive thought patterns, you may think that maybe he just did not see me. But if you have a negative thought patterns, then uh, it, you may you may think that maybe he is not kind to you or like this. Then you will like demote with the negative thought pattern. You will demotivate you to like um, continue to be friends with you, with him or her lah. Then if with
Mm.
positive thought patterns, then maybe it will not be a problem for you to be friends with him or her, and you will have still have the motivation to be friends with them, with him or her lah.
Yeah. That's why the motivation to even speak to someone can be affected by what you think, isn't it? If you think
Yeah,
that this person is not kind to me, then would you still be motivated to talk to the
yeah,
person? Likely no. Okay, so having a when you learn this positive uh, thoughts from the people around you, from what you read, what you expose yourself to, then that kind of thought pattern can help in terms of your motivation to do things. Okay. Anything else from your side, Eugene?
I think that's all for me for today.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any questions for today? And it doesn't seem like we have any questions. So, if that's the case, then that's all for our live talk today. I hope you all gain something from the talk regarding motivation and also goal setting and what other factors that can affect motivation. So if you have gained enough understanding on those, then you can work on your own goals, like how you want to keep that motivation up to achieve what you want. And also, if there's any factors that may negatively affect the motivation, then you can come up with something to counter that instead. All right. So that's all from my side. Anything from your side, Eugene?
Yeah, I think basically we have talked all about the motivation and also why is it important, and also we also talk about goal settings. So I think uh, uh, I wish that you guys can be staying motivated and also like uh, get set out your goals and like to pursue your dreams. And
Alright.
wish you guys can stay motivated. And it's that's all for my part. And I think we can end this IG live talk now.
Alright. Thank you all. See you next
Okay, thank you.
time. Bye
Okay, bye
bye.
bye.